break is over. Week 7 is here. PPL Division 2, Season 3. Cleveland Bros versus the Newcrustle United. We're coming off with 2 losses. I think every season so far we've had a run where we lost 3 in a row, but this time we look to not lose 3 in a row, and we also look to not lose to Chi for the first time. In Season 1, we played them. That was my first ever league match, and we pulled out the win. That last season, we pulled off a huge comeback. This season, he's got a good team. He's one of the better teams in the league. He brought some things I thought he would bring, like the Bronzong, Mega Blastoise, Mamoswine. He didn't bring the Aromatisse, and he didn't bring the Noivern. Especially, he didn't bring the Victini. So, my team is Donphan, whose sole purpose is to keep hazards off the field. A Jirachi, who is supposed to switch into the Amoonguss. He's got the safety goggles, and then coverage to hit his entire team. Dragonite is a bulky Roost set, which was supposed to take on the Victini. It has a Yachi Berry, so if he would get up rocks, I could come in and take like a Blue Flare and a Glaciate. I have a Rotom Wash holding a Yachi Berry. I have a Chestnut that is also holding a Yachi Berry. Chestnut has spikes and speed in it. I looked at Chi's Teambuilders the past couple weeks, and I saw how much speed he put in his Blastoise, and I thought I could outspeed it. You'll see how that goes. And finally, I have an Adamant Mega Lopunny. So I see he has the Galvantula, and he also has the Bronzong. Those two are probably going to be his leads. So I decide to stick with the game plan and lead with Donphan. He leads with his Galvantula, like I expected. So he can either get up webs, or he can do damage. He can't kill me. He goes for the Giga Drain, and I have an Assault Vest, so that does just about a little over half. And he shows the Life Orb, which means that this Earthquake is a kill. So the game plan was, if he wanted to get up webs turn 1, I could Earthquake him. If he had a Sash, I would Rapid Spin the next turn, and then Ice Shard. If he didn't have the Sash, I would Earthquake, kill him, and then have to spin on the Bronzong. But he brings in his Blastoise after I kill his Galvantula, which means no webs, and I make the switch into my Rotom. Rotom's sole purpose was the Mamoswine. So he goes for the Scald, and he gets the burn, which sucks because now 2 freeze dries will be enough to take out my Rotom, so I can't reliably switch that in unless I predict the Earthquake or something. But I have no reason not to go for the Volt Switch as he switches out into his Amoonguss. So that was nice and easy. And that damage shows me that he's not especially defensive. That did about 11-12%, and I can go nice and easy into my Jirachi. Now, he's got a Bronzong. That's a very nice, safe switch in to Jirachi. I predict the Bronzong, and I go for the Shadow Ball. And I haven't gotten any flinches. I haven't gone for, the flinching Jirachi set, but I have gotten multiple special defense drops with Shadow Ball. So, he can live another Shadow Ball. So I'm thinking he's going to want to get up his rocks. Get up his rocks to hurt everything on my team that wants to switch in, like the Rotom and the Dragonite. But he also switches out and goes into his Blastoise, which means, well, it looks like I have to switch out too. I can't take a Scald. I don't have my Sturdy anymore, and even if the Assault Vest, Mega Blastoise is just too powerful. So I make the switch in to my Chestnut, and I'm just hoping don't get burnt, and I don't get burned. He doesn't see an item there, so maybe he gets scared out from a Scarf, because that did a lot of damage. And I go for some spikes. Now, I don't know what this Amoonguss wants to do to me. I could imagine Hidden Power Flying, and that would do a shit ton. So I switch out just to scout for whatever he wants to do. If he wants to Spore, if he wants to Hidden Power Flying, but he goes for the Toxic, and Jirachi is looking like a safe switch in every single time. Now he brings in his Blastoise, and I go for Psychic, and this does an absurd amount of damage. That's no boosting item. It's not super effective. Blastoise is kind of bulky, and he can't take 2. But I decide to just be safe and go for the Energy Ball, kind of reveal that I'm not choice in any way. and that does a good amount of damage to the Pangoro. So I don't know what this set is, and I know a Choice Scarf knockoff will kill. But he switches out, and I switch out first, which means he's not scarfed. But me not paying attention, that's going to bite me a little bit later on. Again, I didn't pay attention here either. I didn't know what this Bronzong was. Was it levitate? Was it heat proof? I go for knockoff because I didn't see the spikes. I thought I was playing well at this moment, so I was taking notes on, you know, what percent things are at, what things could possibly be. And had I gone Earthquake, I would have killed the Blastoise, but unfortunately I didn't. And here he goes, predicts my switch, and goes for the Ice Beam. I have a Yachi Berry, so I can live this. Now, I thought I had enough speed to outspeed, like, I don't know how much speed I had, but I had enough to outspeed a moderately speedy Blastoise, but he outspeeds me. He misclicked as soon as he pressed it. I hadn't made my move yet, and he's like, oh man, misclick, meant to hit Ice Beam. I go for the Wood Hammer because, you know, misclicks are misclicks. You got to play through them. And I'm able to take out the Blastoise. Here he brings back in the Bronzong, and he could either get up rocks or kill me. I decide, you know what, spikes are going to help me because my wave winning is now Mega Lopunny. He decides not to get up his rocks, and he just takes me out with the Psychic. Now here, I have a safe switch in. I have a Brave, like 11 EV speed Donphan. That's to take Gyro Balls, but also outspeed non-invested Bronzong. I go for knockoff, which might have been a roll. I don't know, because I wasn't paying attention. I didn't see that he took Spike's damage. I saw he had leftovers, so Earthquake totally would have killed him. And here, I'm thinking this is either Life Orb or Scarfed. He goes for the knockoff, probably predicting my Rotom, and it doesn't take me out. I go for the knockoff. I knock off his Scarf, which means Mega Lopunny is just easily going to take care of this. He goes for the Icicle Crash, which, if you would have missed it, no big deal because I went for the Ice Shard, but down goes Donphan, who did a tremendous amount of work. He did everything I wanted it to, prevented hazards, killed two things, and now everything is set up perfectly for the Mega Lopunny to clean up the game. So I know I outspeed a non-choice Scarf Mamoswine, and I can just straight up go for the return and kill this, two-hit kill the Amoonguss if he wants to switch in after the spikes. But here he brings in his Amoonguss, and I don't want to be put to sleep. I have Jirachi with the safety goggles, so I have a nice easy switch in, and he makes a phenomenal switch and goes into his Pangoro. And remember how I said I wasn't paying attention? I have the Moonblast on my Jirachi, and I could win this 4-0. But I'm dumb. I wasn't paying attention. And I had to sack something because I'm switching out. Because I wasn't paying attention. I had the Moonblast. He's a shiny Jirachi. He doesn't kill my Rotom, which means he's not a boosting item. Turns out he's a Chople Berry. And like I said, I could have won this 4-0. But now it's up to Mega Lopunny. He switches out. It doesn't matter. It's over. Mega Lopunny cleans the game up. He switches out into his Amoonguss. And check this. I go for return. I crit him. And I kill him. He told me he thought he was max defensive. He misgened it. Because the crit did max 71%. So even after 2 layers of spikes, it wouldn't have been enough to kill. And now I know. I made sure I had enough speed to outspeed Choice Scarf Pangoro. But it should have been a 4-0. My bad, yo. We win 3-0. So I know differential matters a lot, especially with how close Division 2 is right now. But we pull up the win. I played safely. Wasn't too smart. Should have paid closer attention. But I win. So I'm happy. We prevent the 3 losses in a row. We go positive. And with this win, my PPL record is 14 wins, 14 losses, and a tie. So I'm 500. I would like to be above 500, would like to win out, would like to go on to Division 1, but all I can do is worry about winning one game at a time. The future is still good for us. We still play Steve, we still play better Jack, so we still have the potential to be in the top 3 as long as we keep winning. So, thanks for watching this one. This one was fun. I enjoyed this game. I hope you did too, and stay tuned for next week.